Hello everyone. Good afternoon to all. Welcome you all in my today's multimedia class. Before starting the session, I would like to introduce myself. I am Anwar Hussain, assistant teacher in English, Jointapur Government High School, Jointapur, Sylhet. Dear students, my today's class is for class 9-10 and that is English for today, Unit 7. First of all, I would like to ask you, what do you see in the picture? What kind of impression grow in your mind after seeing these pictures? You see that people are taking food from the dustbin, the first one, and the second one, that is some are dying for food in the street. So this picture indicates some famine, some scarcity that was going on in Bengal in earlier. And you can guess who is the artist of that picture. I think you can. And we will clear it later. Now there is another picture for you. What do you see in the picture? You see there is a people who is pulling the carriage. A man is pulling the carriage. We see that is a very common scene in our village areas that was practiced in Bengal, but right now that is going out. So our today's topic is Joinul Abidin, the great artist, lesson 1. Now we have more information about. Before starting there, we would like to share with you that what are the learning outcomes of our today's class. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to know, you can narrate a story. I mean, you can know a lot about Joinul Abidin. Number 2, you will learn new word meanings. Definitely, we will learn so many words. And lastly, you can ask and answer the questions. So that is our learning outcomes. Dear students, now you have a picture you see. I think you can guess. Joinul Abidin, the pioneer of Bangladeshi art. In Bangladesh, you know, he is the first person who took art as a profession. Basically, he had a great contribution in Bangladeshi modern art. You see that. Now we have another picture. More paintings of Joinul Abidin. What is the first one you see? That is called Moitana. Those who are from village, you can see this. There is a very common scene. And the second one, that was, someone, can you see, that is what? That is a bride that is going from in-laws house to mother or father's house. So that was a common scenario in our culture once upon a time, but right now it is dying out because of modernism. First of all, we have vocabulary, that is pioneer. What is the meaning of pioneer? I said earlier that is forerunner. I mean the person who first takes any action or does something. Compassion. Compassion means sympathy. That is, you feel for someone, feel for something. That is compassion. And number 3, that is portray. Portray means what? Portray means represent, or you can say show, or you paint. That is portray. Abundance, that is plenty or large quantity. Plenty, we mean that. Abundance, that is sufficient. Starvation. Starvation means famine. I can guess, that is famine. Commemorate. Commemorate means what? Commemorate means remember. All right. To show respect. Dear students, I have picked the most important lines from the text. You will find it on your textbooks. The pioneer of Bangladesh modern art, Joinul Abidin, is widely acclaimed for his Bengal famine sketches. You see, he is known for the famine sketches, that is in 1943. Through the series of sketches, Joinul not only documented the harsh famine of 1943 but also showed its sinister face through the skeletal figures of the people destined to die of starvation in a man-made plight. So more importantly, he portrayed the sinister famine of 1943. At the same time, he showed another thing, that is, all the famine that were not natural, some of the famine are man-made. For example, I'd like to tell you that in last year, can you remember what happened with the onion cases? গত বছর পেঁয়াজ নিয়ে কি কাণ্ড হয়েছিল তোমাদের মনে আছে নিশ্চয়ই, যে গত বছর আমরা পেঁয়াজ এই বাংলাদেশে 200-250 টাকা করে আমাদের পেঁয়াজ কিনতে হয়েছিল, অথচ এই পেঁয়াজের দামটা ছিল কত, আমাদের 25 টাকা 30 টাকা। এটা কেন হয়েছে? এটা হচ্ছে যারা মজুদদার ছিল, যারা ব্যবসায়ী, দোজ আর দ্য ডিসঅনেস্ট বিজনেসম্যান, তারা এটাকে স্কারসিটি, বাজারে তারা কৃত্রিম সংকট সৃষ্টি করেছিল। ঠিক এই ব্যাপারটাও উনি ওনার এই পেইন্টিংয়ের মধ্য দিয়ে তুলে ধরেছেন। সো দ্যাট ইজ ওয়াই হি সেড there is a man-made plight. Okay, some people took the opportunity of the famine. All right, just like you can think about the mask that is existing in Bangladesh. এই মাস্ক নিয়েও অনেকে বড় ধরনের বিজনেস তারা করে ফেলতেছে। তো এটা সবসময় কিন্তু প্রাকৃতিক না, কিছুটা মানুষেরও তৈরি থাকে। Next, Joinul developed a knack for drawing and painting when he was a high school student. So you know, he has a tendency for drawing whenever he was only a student of his school, high school. And after completing high school, he took admission in the Government School of Art, Calcutta. So then after that, after completing high school, he went to Calcutta and he admitted over there in Government School of Art. Joinul Abidin is considered the founding father of Bangladeshi art. He was an artist of outstanding talent and earned international reputation. All right. Joinul Abidin, he was the founding father. I mean, he was the beginner of Bangladeshi art, and he was a great, talented figure in Bangladesh, and he earned international recognition. And for his artistic and visionary qualities, he is referred as Shilpacharya. We know that he is basically known as a Shilpacharya. What is the meaning of Shilpacharya? That is great teacher of art. He is a great master in art. He was the first principal of the art school in Dhaka in East Pakistan, now in Bangladesh. Yes, he was the first principal right now. That is, we call that Charukala Institute. That he was the first principal of that institution right now in Bangladesh. Here I'd like to share with you that the more important information about Joinul Abidin. He designed the pages of Constitution of Bangladesh. The original constitution, the first constitution of Bangladesh, the independent Bangladesh, and Joinul Abidin designed that cover page of the constitution. He founded the Folk Art Museum at Sonargaon and Joinul Abidin Songrahshala in Mymensingh. I think you heard the name, that is Folk Art Museum, that is in Sonargaon. Some of you may be visited over there. And there is Songrahshala also, and it is in Mymensingh. He organized Nobanno. Nobanno means harvest exhibition in 1969. Dear students, Nobanno we know that is নতুন ধান যখন ঘরে আসে সেটাকে আমরা নবান্ন বলি, and there was an exhibition in 1969. The exhibition included a 65-long scroll portraying the rural East Pakistani pages from abundance to poverty. In that scroll, that is, it is about 65 feet long, and in that painting, he showed that is stages from abundance to poverty. That is, he tried to prove that once upon a time the East, that is East Pakistan or Bangladesh, was very much prosperous in everything. They had everything, but step by step or slowly they lost. Now they became poor, and he showed it through these Nobanno exhibitions, and that was a protest against the then East Pakistan government. The river Brahmaputra played a vital role in his paintings and was a source of inspiration all through his career. much of his childhood was spent near the scenic river Brahmaputra. You will know that the Brahmaputra river played a vital role for forming paintings in the life of Zainul Abidin. And he spent, as whenever he was a child, he spent most of his time by enjoying the scenic beauty of Brahmaputra. That was in Kishoreganj and Mymensingh. Zainul Abidin was born in Kishoreganj on 29 December 1914 and died in Dhaka on 28 May 1976. I think you know this already. Now we have asked ask and answering questions, and for the dear students you have to read the text again and then you will answer the following questions. What are the first questions? From your reading of the passage, give the descriptions of Zainul Abidin of the sufferings of people. You have to describe that how effectively Zainul Abidin described the sufferings of the people through his paintings. Number 2, why was the exhibition symbolic? I told it earlier. There was an exhibition in 1916, and how it was symbolic. You have to describe. Why do you think he is referred as to Shilpacharya? I think you know why he has been recognized as a Shilpacharya. Why was Zainul appointed as a teacher, and when did he work in the Slade School of Arts, London? That you will find it where and when you will find it on the text. What was called Manpura, and why did Zainul prepare Manpura? Okay, I think you understand that was one of the famous paintings of Zainul Abidin. Dear students, that was all for today. I think you will enjoy my class, and thank you so much. Stay safe, stay connected.